You are standing at a deli counter, glancing at the menu, and two meats seem almost identical at first sight. One is corned beef. The other is pastrami. Both are beef. Both are sliced warm. Both are tucked into sandwiches that look hearty, familiar, and deeply satisfying. And yet, their flavors are completely different. One tastes softer, cleaner, and more traditional. The other feels richer, smokier, and far more assertive. So what actually creates that difference? Is it the cut of meat, the seasoning, or the way each one is prepared? To understand why one bite feels so different, we have to go back long before the sandwich. Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. How two old preservation traditions arrived at the same county are, long before pastrami and corned beef met inside American deli culture, they were shaped by the same practical concern: how to keep meat from spoiling. Corned beef is closely tied to Ireland and England, where curing meat with large grains of salt was an effective way to preserve it before refrigeration. That is where its name comes from. The word corned refers not to corn as a crop, but to those coarse salt crystals, once called corns. Pastrami followed a different road. Its roots lead back to Romania, where a traditional preserved meat called pastrama was cured, seasoned, and often smoked so it could last longer. By the late 19th century, Jewish immigrants brought both traditions to cities like New York. There, the methods adapted to local ingredients, tastes, and a growing deli culture. What makes the story interesting is that both meats began with the same need, preservation, yet slowly evolved into two different food personalities. History explains why both meats survived. The real difference begins when we look at what part of the cow each one usually starts from. Where the difference really begins, the difference does not begin in the smoker or the spice rub. It begins earlier, with the part of the cow each meat usually comes from. Corned beef is most often made from brisket, especially the flat cut. That section comes from the lower chest and is known for being firm, flavorful, and ideal for slow cooking. Pastrami can also be made from brisket, but traditionally it often leans toward the navel cut from the belly area, with more fat. That extra richness changes the experience before a single spice is added. It gives pastrami a fuller, more indulgent base, while corned beef tends to feel leaner and more straightforward. So even though both begin as cured beef, they are not truly starting from the same place. And once the starting point shifts, the final personality of the meat shifts with it. So even before seasoning enters the picture, the meat is already leaning toward a different ending. The same cure, a different direction. At first, pastrami and corned beef still look like close relatives. Both begin with curing, the preservation step that seasons the meat while helping it last longer. Corned beef is typically cured in a brine made with water, salt, and pickling spices, so much of its character develops quietly from the inside out. Pastrami often begins in almost the same place. In that sense, it can feel like a second life for corned beef, because the foundation is so similar at the start. But this is where the story splits. After curing, pastrami is coated in a bold spice rub, usually built around crushed black pepper, coriander, garlic, and other aromatics that form a dark crust on the outside. Corned beef usually stops earlier. It keeps most of its identity in the brine, which is why its flavor feels cleaner, milder, and more direct. Pastrami, by contrast, begins building a louder personality on its surface. And once the seasoning starts to separate them, the cooking opens the gap even wider. One is simmered for comfort, the other is smoked for character. This is the stage where the two meats stop feeling like close variations of the same idea and begin to reveal different personalities. Corned beef is usually boiled or gently simmered, a method that softens the brisket, keeps it juicy, and draws away some of the harsher saltiness from the cure. The result is meat that feels tender, familiar, and easy to fold into a classic meal like corned beef with cabbage and potatoes. Pastrami takes a longer road. After curing and receiving its spice crust, it is smoked at a low temperature, then usually steamed before slicing. That sequence matters more than it may seem. The smoke adds depth and a slow-built intensity, while the steaming keeps the meat supple enough to bite through without losing its richness. So the difference is not simply that one is boiled and the other is smoked. It is that a small shift in technique gives each meat a different voice on the tongue. One speaks in a softer, steadier tone. The other arrives with more presence and more layers. By this point, the two meats may still resemble each other on the slicer, but they no longer behave like twins. Why your mouth knows the difference immediately. Once the meat reaches your mouth, the distinction becomes obvious, even if your eyes thought the two looked almost interchangeable. Corned beef usually feels soft, juicy, and gently salty, with seasoning that stays mostly in the background. Its flavor is comforting rather than dramatic. It does not demand your full attention. It settles in easily, which is why it feels so at home in old-fashioned meals and familiar sandwiches. Pastrami makes a different entrance. The outside often carries a darker crust, the pepper comes forward more clearly, and the smoky note lingers longer after each bite. The inside is still tender, but the overall impression is bolder, deeper, and more deliberate. If corned beef is about comfort, pastrami is about presence. That is why most people can tell them apart almost immediately, even before they could explain why. The tongue notices what the eye cannot. One has been built to feel mild and steady, while the other has been built to leave a stronger mark. And once a food has that kind of personality, it shapes the role it plays on the plate as well. How deli culture gave each one a different job. Once these meats entered deli culture, their differences became even more visible. Corned beef often works best as part of a larger combination. It appears beside cabbage in a classic boiled meal, or inside a Reuben with sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and rye bread, where its softer, saltier character blends into the whole. It contributes warmth and familiarity, but it usually shares the spotlight with everything around it. Pastrami tends to play a different role. Piled high on rye bread with mustard, it often needs little else to make its point. Its smoke, pepper, and richer texture already give it enough personality to carry the sandwich almost by itself. That is what deli culture reveals so clearly. Even when both meats sit in the same display case, they do not enter the meal in the same way. One behaves like part of an ensemble, the other steps forward like the main voice. That difference in role is also why people often mistake contrast for hierarchy. Different does not mean better. Because pastrami goes through more steps and often arrives with a louder flavor, people sometimes assume it must be the more elevated choice. But that is not the right way to read the difference. Pastrami can be seen as a further development from the same curing foundation that gives us corned beef, yet more elaborate does not automatically mean better. Corned beef is not lacking because it is simpler. Its appeal lies in that simplicity. Its softness, its salt-forward comfort, and the way it fits so naturally into traditional meals. Pastrami offers something else: smoke, spice, and a more layered intensity. These are not higher and lower versions of the same food. They are two directions built from a similar beginning. One feels milder and more traditional. The other feels smokier, spicier, and more layered. That is not a ladder, it is a fork in the road. So if neither one wins by default, how do you choose in the few seconds you actually have at the counter? The 5-second rule for choosing the right one. Here is the quickest way to choose at the counter. If you want something milder, saltier, and more traditional, go with corned beef. If you want something smokier, pepperier, richer, and more layered, choose pastrami. That simple contrast will usually guide you well. And if pastrami seems like the upgraded version, it helps to remember what it really is: not a superior meat, but a different development from the same curing idea. One path stays closer to softness and simplicity. The other pushes towards smoke, spice, and stronger presence. So the real question is not which one is objectively better. It is which one sounds more satisfying to you at that moment. There is no universally right choice here. Only a more fitting one for your own taste. And that tiny decision at a deli counter points to something larger than lunch. A small difference that became two different identities. That is what makes pastrami and corned beef more interesting than they first appear. Both began with the same basic logic of preservation. Both were shaped by the practical need to keep meat edible longer. And yet a few changes in cut, seasoning, simmering, smoking, steaming, and texture were enough to push them toward two distinct identities. One became milder, steadier, and more traditional. The other became smokier, spicier, and more layered. The most interesting part is not deciding which one wins. It is noticing how small choices in process can change the personality of a familiar food. The ingredient stays close to the same, but the experience does not. And maybe that is the larger pattern hidden in ordinary things. They become memorable, not because they are rare, but because the way we shape them gives them character. Process is what turns similarity into identity. Have you tried both pastrami and corned beef, and which one would you choose? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoy uncovering the hidden stories behind everyday things, subscribe to Secrets of Simple Things for more videos like this.